Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video of the bikini prep series, another episode, should I say. Episode 28 now, I believe. And we are in the rainy Birmingham, Telford to be exact. And we are currently one day out from my final show of this season. Show number 4. Peak week number 3 in a row, which is something I do want to talk to you about today, but just a little later as I've just gotten up. I have checked in with my coach. I will pop my check-in somewhere on the screen. I'm going to scooch over so you can see it. Very, very lean. We hit a new low yet again. I am one day out and I am lighter than my show day weight last week. Even having gone a little bit ham with food post-show last week. All of that is my previous videos. Go check out the Amateur Olympia show day video and it's all there. Yeah, we are getting ready to compete at the British Finals, PCA British Finals 2023. Last time I did the show was 2021 and we are bringing a whole new look. If I can insert a picture from British Finals 2021, I'm going to do it right here, right now. Very tired. We got here very late last night. I will give you a little tour when I have my coffee. I'm just having an Americano. And it's a very chilled morning. Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear back from my coach and see what food we're eating today. He actually gave me a little bit of carbs yesterday, which doesn't normally happen 2 days out, which just means we're in a very good position. But you would have seen that in my check-in. So yeah, plan of action. I'm going to drink my coffee, just chill. Then I'm going to sit down to my client check-ins and posing check-ins, so I'm probably gonna have to spend an hour or two at the computer this morning, but I do not mind whatsoever because I love what I do. So client check-ins, posing check-ins. John has a posing lesson, my boyfriend, so I'll just be working away while he's posing away. And then we're just gonna get ready. We're gonna go to the gym because John has his cardio. It is a rest day for him, but he does have cardio. And I do have my final glute pump session of prep 2023. So obviously I'm going to take you. And then we're just going to hop to Sainsbury's because that is our favourite shop in the UK. We love the UK. We really do want to move to the UK. But first thing I'm doing post-prep is getting that Irish passport sorted because I do have a Polish passport. And obviously with Brexit, I can't really just come to England. So that's the plan for post-prep. That's the first thing we're doing after prep is applying for that Irish passport. I will also be doing the J3 bodybuilding course to really bring myself up a few levels as a coach and hopefully one day become a prep coach too, because that is a really big dream of mine. It's something I'm really, really passionate about. But right now I just know I do not have the knowledge to prep a client. I am a lifestyle coach and I think I'm not too bad at it. My girls seem to be pretty happy with me, but bodybuilding is where I want to take it. Obviously alongside my posing, that is not going anywhere. But that being said, obviously, we are about 10 weeks by the time you see this to Christmas. And if you are looking for someone just to help you along the journey, get you started on your fitness journey before the new year, not waiting for a new week, new month, new year to start. Remember, there's never going to be a right time to start. So start today, start now. Reach out to me, click the links in my description box or head over to Instagram. I'll pop the name on the screen. Whether you want to apply for coaching or posing or just want to follow the journey, make sure to give me a follow. But for now, I'm going to enjoy my coffee and I will pop back on in a little bit when I know what's happening. And something I do really want to touch on this video at some stage today is doing so many back-to-back peak weeks because it is the first time I've ever done it. And I know it can be a bit scary to a lot of people. It was definitely very scary to me before I did it for the first time. So I will definitely talk to you about that. I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons, the differences between peaking and competing week to week or taking like 2-3 weeks in between. So that is definitely something I want to chat to you about today. But for now, coffee time, wake up time, and work time. Alright, I have to do an apartment tour since we're not cooped up in a hotel this time. It is miserable out today, but it is supposed to clear up for show day tomorrow, which is all I'm asking for. We've got a little patio, which will be perfect for outdoor check-ins when it gets brighter. Then we have our living room space. This is also a big double bed that pulls out and we are going to need it because I have some good news, some exciting news. First of all, one of my best friends and my posing clients, that's how we actually became friends, is coming on show day to be here with me, to watch me. And then on Sunday we are going to the expo, which will probably be a whole separate vlog in itself. Unless the show day vlog is not too long, then I'll put it in there too, but you'll have to wait and see. But she's coming, so she's obviously going to have to spend a night with us because we're going back Monday. But I just found out yesterday on the plane here that my coach is coming tonight and he is staying with us. So you'll finally get to properly meet Mike, because I know you see him in my vlogs here and there, but you never actually get to properly meet him. And we might get him on the vlog. We might get him to chat to the vlog. We'll see how he feels. He is a little camera shy sometimes. Sorry.
Do a one-to-one. Sorry,
Mike. I might ask him a few questions. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be a really interesting part of the vlog. But anyway, back to the apartment tour. Got a kitchen. Very, very pretty. Very, very clean. The place is spotless, by the way. We've also, it came with a little shirtless guy there. Very handsome though.
What up?
I'll take him. He's also had a massive drop. Show the vlog, your abs. Well, that's some good lighting too. Shit. 2 weeks out tomorrow. 2 weeks out. Okay, so that's the kitchen and living space. Then we have a bathroom. Very pretty. Massive shower that I'm probably gonna get covered in tan. And just a little thingy. And then we've got our bedroom. I've got a vanity so I can actually do my makeup Sunday when we're heading to the expo, and I can just fix up my hair and makeup and everything tomorrow. Big mirror. Check out those legs. And yeah, and a nice big bed that we haven't made yet because we literally just got up. And it was really dark when we got here last night, so I don't even know what's out there. Tax assist accountants. Yeah, exactly what I need. Not a coffee shop. I'd love a coffee shop, but I haven't seen one yet. So yeah, that's the apartment tour. That's the plan of action today. My coach just got back to me saying we are going to fill me out a little more today. So more carbs going in. Obviously, I am doing a full day of eating. As always, I am doing a full day of eating. So I'm going to pick the camera up here and there today, show you the whole 1 day out process from the final show of this season. Okay, so I've just been sat down at the computer for the last hour doing check-ins, and I decided to take a little break because it's nearly time to get my first meal in for today. Yeah, carbs are going in from meal 1 to meal 3, and then we haven't decided what we're going to be doing just yet for meal 4 and 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to prep meal number 2 right now, and I'll be taking it with me when we go to the gym. Also, my glute pump session turned into a gluten delt pump, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, I'm going to have meal 1 soon enough before we leave, and then I'm going to bring meal 2 with me just because after the gym we are going to be going to do a grocery shop. So obviously my meal timings are pretty much set today. It's like 9:30, 12:30, blah, 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 blah. So basically every 3-ish hours we're eating. So I'll have to bring that meal with me just in case we are not back in the apartment, because we probably won't be back in here until 1 or 2 p.m. So I need to make sure I have everything prepared. Also, salt is actually at 7 grams today, which it's normally at 6. So I actually don't know why we're getting more salt in, but I don't mind. To be honest, with rice meals, I like having a bit more salt. So we're going 2 grams, 2 grams, 2 grams, and then 1 gram, and then no salt in the final meal, because water is being cut at 6 p.m. today, and meal number 4 is around that time as well. Yeah, so water is 6 liters today as opposed to 7 because we are cutting it earlier than last week. So we are cutting water at 6 p.m. today just because we are looking at a bit of an earlier stage time tomorrow. We're probably going to be on about 3:30, which is absolutely amazing because I'll have time to come back here and chill and make my post-show meal because I will be cooking it. And obviously it'll be on the vlog tomorrow. So let's put that meal together. Then let's make my first meal and eat because I'm very hungry today. Very, very, very hungry. But that's the thing, like when we start introducing carbs, the protein obviously drops a bit and I'm just more hungry, and we always opt for really easy digestible carbs. So rice and rice cakes, and they go straight through you. So very hungry. But I appreciate every gram of carbs I am given. Just wait till you see my meals today. They're going to be amazing. But obviously no veg, just to keep the midsection tight. Easy digestible carbs, rice, rice cakes, jam, honey, keep the midsection tight. Obviously water at 6, salt at 7 grams, no artificials, no sweeteners, no fizzy drinks, but to be honest, I haven't been having any over the last few weeks anyway, so that is no change. And then with coffee, you know, I never track my coffee as part of my water. This is the day we always do, one day out. My coffees are tracked into my water allowance. So I just, when I make my coffee, I just pop it on the scale. If we go out for a coffee, I always look up the ounces or mils in a cup of an Americano, and I just know. And the only thing I don't really track is espressos, because we are going to be living off espressos when the water cutoff point arrives. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to put that meal together. I will show you a little bit of it and obviously show you the finished product. And then we're going to eat meal number 1 and we're going to get ready for the gym. We are going to start with meal number 2. I know the lighting in this kitchen isn't amazing, but meal number 2 is, so that's the meal I'm bringing with me for my post-workout. So meal number 2 is 50 grams of rice. So what I do, I've cooked up 300 grams of rice at home. Put them into 100 gram portions in little baggies and popped them in the fridge, cooked them the day before I left and just brought them with me, and they went straight into the fridge, so I don't have to worry about cooking rice. So obviously I'm just going to pop this into a bowl on the scale and divide it by 2 to get my 50 gram portions, because he always tells me prep 50 gram portions, so easy. Sometimes if I have time, if I'm bothered, I'll actually portion out 50 gram portions, but I knew I'd have the space, I knew I'd have the time, so I just did 3 bags of 100. And I do have 2, as of now, because I only have 3 meals planned out for now, I do have 2 rice meals of 50 grams, so I can just divide this in half and then the other half will be for later. Then we have got 60 grams of chicken breast. Same thing, and that is actually how we prep our chicken at home anyway, because John and I go through a lot of chicken. So we go to a wholesaler, we buy a big 5 kilo tray, we boil it because we've been on the shredded chicken hype, but we boil it, we portion it in 600 gram bags. So easy enough today as well, because I can just divide this by 10 to get my 60 grams, and then we actually freeze it. And when you freeze it, so we cook it, we let it cool down fully, portion it out, pop it in the freezer, and then when you take it out and defrost, it's just as fresh as when you froze it. So obviously so easy for travel as well, because we take it out of the freezer right before we leave and it just defrosts on the way, which is amazeballs. And then we're just going to have 15 grams of peanut butter and 12 grams of honey, and those 2 meals are actually the exact same. So I'll probably just show you one of them when I'm eating it, because meal 2 and meal 3 are the same as I said. The only meal that is a bit different is meal number 1, but you'll see that when I'm eating it. So I'm just going to pop this together. As I said, just divide the rice by 2, divide the chicken by 10, add my peanut butter, add my honey, add my salt, which is at 2 grams for these meals. And with rice meals, I love sweet cinnamon. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, I'm gonna put it together and then I will catch you at meal number, actually one more thing I forgot. So every 3 hours or so from 2 p.m. today, Peak Max will start going in. You've seen this magic supplement so many times now. It's just a natural diuretic, helps you peak your physique. It has natural diuretics like dandelion root and B vitamins and things like that. So yeah, that's the game plan. So let me get organized here. Let me change into actual clothes for the gym, and I will catch you at meal number 1. And I'm probably really loud right now. John has his posing lesson there in the other room with Leon Pierce. And then he has to pop to the shop. So while he's gone, I'll probably be eating my meal, which I'm like 25 minutes past the time I was supposed to eat it. But it's okay, because I do want to eat it a little bit closer to training, because I actually want to use that food in my training to get a solid pump. So here is meal number 2. We got 50 rice, cinnamon, salt, 60 grams of chicken, and then I've decided I'm going to bring my honey and my peanut butter with me, just because I am going to be taking pictures post-workout, and meal 2 could change, because that's what happens on day out. You take pictures literally before every single meal just to confirm the meal, and things could change. So I'm just going to bring those things with me in case anything does change, and I'm going to put meal number 1 together now. Okay, half an hour later that I was supposed to eat this. I hope my coach doesn't see that, but it's okay. We've got the first meal of champions. So let me show you. Got 3 plain unsalted rice cakes. We've got 20 grams of peanut butter. I went with a little bit of drizzler, a little bit of the M&S Crunchy. Then we've got 20 grams of Hartley's Squeezy Jam because that's the only one I have right now. I'm going to pick up a proper one in the shop because this one I like to save for backstage. Extra little bit of peanut butter. We've got the 2 grams of salt. I've sprinkled some on the peanut butter, but the rest I'm probably just going to down because 2 grams is a lot for this meal. And then we have a Squares bar. How amazing. I love these. These are my favorite, the cookies and cream. They're very hit and miss with the amount of little chocolate bits you get on top. So we're gonna open one up right now. Okay, not bad, not bad. I've seen worse. Sometimes you literally get like one piece of little chocolate on top. I'm like, why am I spending all this money to only get like one piece? But look at it. Ugh. Beautiful. And what I do is I get a little bit of the peanut butter and I actually put it on top as well. I'm also drinking a coffee, another one, 150 mils, weighed out, chugging away on my water. So after this, the 2 coffees, I'll be left with about 3.8 liters, which is perfectly fine until 6 p.m. Obviously, I'm going to get a bit of water in training, but yeah, I'm not going to talk any longer. I'm just going to eat this because otherwise this video will be an hour long. Yeah, I'm literally just waiting for John to get back from the shop so he can make his breakfast. And then we can head to the gym and head to Sainsbury's and then head back here. And we still have a bit of work to do when we get back. But today, the one thing that I haven't been doing really well is not moving a lot one day out. And like, we're supposed to be laying there with our feet up and I never do. I always want to go explore. I want to go shopping. But the thing is, it is raining. So to be honest, I don't really want to be out in that rain anyway today. So that, it works in my favor today. But yeah, when I get back, I'll have a bit of work. I'll have to get ready for tan. Obviously, final shower, a bit of exfoliation, just a little touch up of a shave. Tan is at 5 p.m. And then to be honest, from 5 p.m. we're just chilling. Mike should be here about 9 p.m. this evening. Yeah. So once the morning and like the early afternoon is over, feet up and chill. Yeah. I'm starting to get really excited, I have to say. But as I said, I'm going to save all the chats for a bit later when we're all chilled out here after training. So next time you'll see me, we'll probably in training. So, many hours later, it is currently 3 p.m. I was hoping to be back in the apartment about 1, 2 at the latest. We only got back half an hour ago. Getting an Uber in Telford is impossible. There's literally no Ubers around. We had no problem getting an Uber from here to the gym, but we couldn't get an Uber back, so we had to resort to taxis. Anyway, we made it back. I just had to quickly hop into my heels and take a check-in for the coach. But yeah, I had a really good session. Obviously, you would have seen it. Then we went to McDonald's to get a coffee and eat our post-workout meals. And then we went to Sainsbury's and we did a massive haul. So I'm going to show you. So I mainly went in for things for tomorrow for my post-show meal. I think I mentioned already, I've just been craving a big home-cooked meal. And that is exactly what I'm doing. We have the luxury of having a kitchen and an apartment, and the luxury of not being on stage about 8 or 9 p.m. tomorrow. So I'll have plenty of time to get back here tomorrow and actually cook myself a nice meal. Obviously one of my friends is going to be here with me and she says she's going to join in on the fun. So let me show you what I bought. We are making somewhat of a roast dinner. We're starting off with chicken. I've just been craving like breaded chicken, so I got 2 little chicken breasts. And I also got some mini fillets, or goujons, just because it's not just me. I got these cute little mini potatoes and sweet potato because I've really been craving sweet potatoes. And I'm thinking of putting some honey on them. They've got a load of veg, peppers, broccoli, a baby corn, little baby carrots, red onion, don't know if I mentioned red onion, got a tomato. I've really been craving fresh avocado, so I might do like a side of avocado. And then I've got pickles and sweet corn. And then with that, obviously, I do have IBS, but that doesn't matter. Tomorrow we are getting some cheese. And I've also got my favorite Nando's Pyrenees. I got a little seasoning for the chippies. And then sweet chili sauce, ketchup. John also has a bit of mustard I might use. So that's going to be the meal tomorrow. Obviously, as I said, not all for me. Whatever veg is left over, we can bring back home as well. Then I've also got myself a vegan coconut yogurt because this is something I really want to try and incorporate in my off season. But with my IBS and all of that crap, I just don't know if they sit well with me. So I want to try some tomorrow just so we know for future. And with that I have watermelon, I have berries, I have banana, I have my mandatory post-show apple. If you know, you know. First thing I do after stepping off stage is have an apple. And then obviously I still have some treats like my favorite protein bars and things like that. And obviously nut butters because it's me. That's pretty much all we bought. We bought some more things like more chicken just for the road back home as well, or if we run out of chicken. And we really didn't spend that much. I love England. But anyway, so I've also just hopped in for my final shower before tan, hence the PJs. You're probably seeing a lot of PJs today, or oversized clothing in general. Yeah, hopped in my final shower. John just helped me shave my back a little bit, and we do have to head off for tan in about an hour, hour and a half. And I just have to get a meal in beforehand. So I've just checked in with the coach. He's confirmed my next meal, told me to add another squares bar. So it's a good day. It's a good day. He did say we're going to taper off the carbs kind of leading into the evening, which I do not mind. Sipping away through the water. When I finish this, we'll be at 5 litres, leaving us with a litre then, probably by the time tan is done, because tan's at 5. Who knows what time I'm going to go in, and water needs to be finished by 6. So yeah, my next meal is the exact same as the one you saw me having at McDonald's, with the squares bar. So obviously I'm just going to put it together. You saw me kind of prepping it earlier as well, so I'll just show it to you and put it together. And voila! Exact same meal as earlier. 50 grams of rice, 60 grams of chicken, 12 grams of honey, 15 grams of peanut butter. And we have got a squares bar that I have cut in half just to convince myself I have more, because it is more than likely my last one today. Since we are tapering off towards the end of the day, it is definitely my last one. But very happy with this. It's probably my last rice meal too. We are tapering off. He's probably just going to give me rice cakes. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the last meal today would be a protein fat meal. So like just chicken and peanut butter. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But as I said, I don't mind. This is the most food I've gotten in a while. Because like, yeah, we do carb up like the day before the show. But other than that, I've been running on 0 carbs in between all the shows, so any bit of rice I get, I'm happy. I honestly cannot wait to be eating this every single day. Rice, chicken, peanut butter, and veg, mushrooms. Well, not long left now, considering this is our last show. Obviously, I will hop back on later and kind of chat to you about that as well. Just my thoughts and feelings going into the last show. And obviously I did promise you I kind of talked to you about the 3 peak weeks back to back, but right now I need to get this in and change and head off to tan. But then when we're back from tan, it's literally just chill before Mike gets here as well, so I'll have plenty of time to chat to you. I'll be looking a bit more orange, So stay tuned. True bodybuilding fashion, oversized tee, joggers, fluffy socks, and my big bottle of water. We're going to tan. The worst part of show day. All I have to say about this tan is Jesus Christ. Do you see the state of me right now? I'm going to try and wipe it off my face. The rest of the tan is really, really pretty. Very dark, very sticky. I don't feel like I'm fully dry. I was actually the first one to go in, which was amazing. That's why I always go early. Because when I was leaving, the line was so long, literally throughout the whole gym. But I took like 20 minutes in front of a fan to try and dry, and I'm still not dry. Like, I had to patch myself and pat myself when I got home. I had some weird marks, but I kind of sorted that out. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wipe the tan off my face because I really don't like it. But yeah, we've gone back, we've checked in. I didn't show you my check-in because I had to do it in my thongs because I'm not risking putting my posing bikini on with this tan. I am not dry. But anyway, we're through the water. We're through the 6 liters of water today. We have 2 meals left to go. So I should be getting my meal sent over in the next few minutes. And then for the final meal, Mike should be here to have a proper look at me in person. I have to say, considering we're 6 liters of water deep, it's our second day of carbs, I'm still looking really tight. I'm actually really, really happy with how I'm looking. But we just got a message from the boss man. So let's see. Okay, no more salt. Let's roll with that one for 6:15. So in the next 15 minutes, we're going to get a meal in. And then we're done at pics, as I'll see you in person. No moving from sofa unless bathroom now for the evening. Last meal then around 9:30 p.m. Amazeballs. Okay, so for the next meal, it's actually pretty much the same as the last meal. But we are obviously dropping the squares bar as we are tapering down. And we are going to be dropping the chicken. So we're dropping the protein a touch just to aid digestion, keep the midsection tight. Especially like now. Now is kind of our worst look. We are full of water. We are bloated. And we're just watery and full of carbs, full of water. But now the water has been cut. The salt has been cut. And a natural diuresis is starting. Meaning we are going to be dehydrating from now on. So, no water until tomorrow. Probably 10, 11 a.m. tomorrow is when we get to see some water and salt. We'll be living off caffeine pills and double espressos, but that's what show day is. And listen, it's the last time we're doing it this year. 4th show, hopefully 4th time lucky. It is a massive show. It is the British finals. But what we're going to do is we're going to put that meal together. I'm going to show it to you. And we're going to have a little chat. A little chat about peak weeks. Because it's been a roller coaster. So as you see, meals are getting that little bit simpler right now. So we've got 50 grams of rice again. 30 grams of chicken this time. 12 grams of honey. 50 grams of peanut butter. Put some cinnamon. No more salt. And I've got a double espresso in the cutest little Starbucks cup that I bought today. Well, I bought 2. One for me, one for John. And yeah, so literally from now on, we're just chilling. Just got a message from our coach saying he's going to arrive about 8:30, 8:45. So before 9 p.m. anyway, which is perfect timing for my next in-person check-in. And I literally cannot look at myself right now. I'm talking to you and I can't look at myself. See, the thing is, I would wipe it off, but I'm kind of scared that the chemicals in the makeup wipes will react with the tan. And I don't know what to do. I might look that up first. Yeah, I might look that up first. Anyway, I'm going to eat first anyway. Second to last meal today. And yeah, we just wait for the boss to arrive. Have a look at me in person. See what he says. And then it'll be about chilling and getting ready for tomorrow. I have to do my toenails. I have to do my eyebrows. I have to pack my bag because there probably won't be time tomorrow. And yeah, I'll give you a little rundown of tomorrow a bit later. And as I said, I'm going to have a little chat to you about doing 3 back-to-back peak weeks. Because it is an interesting topic. And it's something I've always liked watching from other people. Because I've never done it before. So that's what we're going to do. But I'm going to eat this first. Doing back-to-back peak weeks. First of all, what is a peak week? So a peak week means you are 1 week out from your bodybuilding show. And the aim is to peak your physique. Pretty much. Obviously drop off fatigue mainly. So what happens at the start of peak week is we kind of transition from normal training to pump sessions to not build up any more inflammation and drop inflammation. Cardio gets gradually tapered, again, reduce inflammation in the body. So basically we move less. With food, it depends. First of all, you can't really peak a physique that is not already ready. If you still have body fat to drop, you will not be doing a typical peak week like we didn't the first 2 times pretty much. What we did is we pretty much dieted into the shows, being protein, fats, 0 carbs, still high cardio, and then just kind of topping up the carbs like 1 day out or even show day. But normally, or what happened this week, the first 3 days usually, so like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we fat load. So fats get increased. There is 0 carbs and protein is moderate because I can't really eat high protein without it affecting my stomach. So we keep protein about 100, 110 grams. Fats get increased to like 50 grams. And as I said, 0 carb. And the aim here is obviously carbs hold water, fats do not. So by dropping the carbs and upping the fats, we are getting rid of water weight pretty much. And then with the reduced inflammation from like cardio and training, you just drop off a lot of water weight and fatigue from the body. So that's called the depletion kind of period. Then you go into your carb loading phase. So carbs get upped. Obviously, that just depends on the individual. Like my carb loads are never very heavy because my body just doesn't need that many carbs to fill out, to get a pump. But yeah, so that's what we did. Carbs went in yesterday, Thursday, for 3 out of 5 of my meals because we were traveling. And then we've had carbs 4 times today and more than likely in my 5th meal as well. And then show day is purely just carbs and fats. There's usually no protein on show day. Just as I said, keep the midsection tight, make sure digestion is on point. And even with the carbs, they're very easy digestible carbs. Rice cakes, jam, honey, squares bars. And that is the only carb sources that I use. With fats, it's only peanut butter and dark chocolate. And yeah, and that's it. Like even fats today were, not fats, even protein today was low and it was just chicken. So nothing artificial, no protein powders, no sweeteners, no fizzy drinks, nothing like that. Just water, plain coffee. And yeah, and that's pretty much peak week explained. So basically the aim here is to bring the physique alive, peak the physique, get rid of the inflammation, get rid of the water, deplete, and then fill out those muscles with glycogen when the carbs go back in. So on stage, you get that nice pop, you're pumped, etc., etc., etc. But doing back-to-back peak weeks is something I've never done before. Like I used to always take about 2 weeks between shows, if not more. But that was actually really, really hard. I used to always say, even to my boyfriend, because he does have 2 weeks between his first and his second show, I was always like, be prepared because that week after the show is literally the hardest week of prep. You're still so excited after your show and you probably enjoyed some nice food after your show, and then the day after you're literally back in the trenches, usually digging even deeper to bring better for the next show before peak week arrives again, and you get to kind of ease into it, reduce the training, reduce the cardio and all of that. So I actually think doing back-to-back peak weeks is easier. I haven't trained heavy in 3 weeks now. Cardio didn't go past 60, and even if it was 60 after the show, it was 2 to 3 days maximum before the cardio started getting reduced again. The only annoying thing probably about back-to-back peak weeks is if you are doing shows abroad. It is a lot of travel. I am sick of flying. I am sick of airports. I am just sick of it all. And peak weeks are very, very technical. Like you're weighing your water to the mill, you're weighing your salt to the gram, you're weighing your veg to the gram. Updates are very frequent. Like even today, you see I am checking in with my coach before every single meal. And that's pretty much the same during peak week. Now the first 3 days, he'll usually give me a plan for the whole day. But then when you get to like Thursday, it's pretty much check-ins either after every meal or like every second meal, but at least 3 times a day. So there's just a lot to be thinking about, and doing it once is already hard enough. Doing it over and over and over, it can get very tiring. And I am a little bit tired of peak weeks now. I am honestly happy to be ending this now. But at the same time, I do love peak week because that's where the excitement builds up. You're seeing daily changes in your physique. So to be honest, I do think doing back-to-back peak weeks is easier in a way. Because, as I said, we're not back in the absolute trenches of prep after every show. We might have 1 or 2 days of really, really digging just to kind of reduce the water retention from like my post-show meal. So obviously we up the cardio, we up the water, we cut the salt just to let the body kind of return back to baseline. But I have to say, even with enjoying a lot of food after my shows, which you would have seen in my previous vlogs, I did not go out for junk food. Remember, I said I am not eating off-plan meals until my boyfriend is finished in 4 weeks' time. But that doesn't mean I didn't allow myself to eat. I ate a lot, but good food. A lot of good food. A lot of veg, a lot of rice, a lot of chicken, a lot of peanut butter, a lot of rice cakes, protein bars, and things like that. But obviously, that is all my previous vlogs. And it will be in tomorrow's vlog as well, because I am going to be a master chef tomorrow making my post-show meal. I do think doing back-to-back peak weeks is a lot easier than having 2-3 weeks in between, because those 2 weeks in between shows can just seem so damn long. 2 weeks feels like a month. Whereas now I'm literally like, I compete on the Saturday, we come back home Sunday, Monday, and then we're flying out again Thursday. It's really like 2 full days at home, but you're so busy like getting organized for the next trip anyway. So you're not so food focused. Like, yeah, I've been a bit hungry this week, like running 0 carbs, but it's not half as bad as it was like a couple of weeks ago when I had like 2-3 weeks until my first show. So it definitely became easier to manage. Plus, at this stage, we are 24-25 weeks into prep. Hunger is just normal now. Running 0 carb has kind of become the norm. This is why I really appreciate every single gram of rice today. It's not even the squares bars, it's the rice. And I just realized this prep as well. I really do love rice. And I cannot wait to be eating it every single day in my off season. But obviously, those vlogs are going to be coming soon enough. As I said, this is my last show of the season. This show we've really been waiting for, if I'm being honest. Like, yes, we were so excited for the Amateur Olympia in Italy, and it was the most amazing experience ever. But we kind of know where I am. I'm a junior. I'm only 23. This is only my 3rd season. I still have a lot of muscle mass that needs to be built to be competitive within the IFBB League, especially the IFBB Pro League someday. But PCA, I am quite competitive in PCA. I have won 2 overalls. I have 2 bikini overall titles, 2021 and 2022. I did not defend my title this year. I did come 2nd. But that was my first show of the season, and we still had a lot of work to do until these kind of shows. So we are a lot lighter. We are a lot leaner. And to be honest, this is the best that I have ever looked, and we do have high hopes for this show. Now, I'm not saying going in there to win. Remember what I say. We always like to win. We all go into these shows wanting to win, but we don't expect to win. I never expect to win a show. I am just so happy to be going out there tomorrow. Like, British final stage is one of the most amazing stages. It's the most prestigious stage of the PCA Federation, and I'm just very excited to step out there, have my fun. I've upgraded my posing routine. I've kind of tweaked a few things. It's definitely the best routine I've made. It's badass, he says. Obviously, I do posing coach, is that how you say it? I am my own posing coach for PCA. And last year I was my own posing coach for PCA, and I did win And I've had amazing feedback on my posing from the judges as well. So very, very excited for tomorrow. I'm not going to give you the whole heartfelt speech like I did last week. Like, oh my God, I'm so honored. No, I'm just buzzing to get up there tomorrow. It is my last dance until 2025. And we just need to make the most of it. And as I said, one of my best friends is coming tomorrow. She's going to be with me through show day. We're coming back together. So we're going to enjoy my post-show meal together. We're going to cook together. We're going to go for a bit of shopping on the Sunday. We're going to watch the expo on Sunday because it is a 2-day show. So we're going to go watch the show on Sunday, have a look at the expo, buy a few things, then maybe go to the shopping centre because it's like right beside it. But as I said, show day vlog will be a separate vlog. So I'm going to leave this here. I hope this made some sense. If you have any questions regarding peak week and doing back-to-back peak weeks, or if you have any questions for me at all, make sure to just pop them in the comments, and I always try to reply to everyone. And obviously, head over to Instagram, follow me there, name on the screen, and you can ask me any questions you want on Instagram as well. So I'm going to leave this here because my camera is dying, so we're just going to wait for my coach to get here. I'm actually so excited. He's never stayed with me for a show, so this is going to be fun. I've never just spent the evening chilling with him on a couch or whatever, but no, I'm excited for him to kind of be here, tell me to chill out, because I told you before, I always kind of make the mistake of doing too much, moving too much, whereas if he's here, he's literally gonna be like, Olivia, sit your ass down. And then he does have a car, so tomorrow is just gonna be a lot easier because getting taxis here and getting Ubers here is just proving very difficult. So yeah, I'm not gonna ramble on any longer. I don't want to make this vlog too long. And if you are still here and you are enjoying it, please make sure to leave it a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really means the world to me when you do. I really want to reach that 1K someday, and we're getting there. So yeah, I'm gonna plug you in, charge you up, and we're gonna wait for Mike to get here. So to our luck, boss man is stuck in traffic and a car crash. Not him, but there is a car crash. So we're gonna have to do a little check-in before he gets here. I actually stepped on the scales. I'm literally only 1 kilo up from this morning with all of that water and all of those carbs. So who knows? Maybe a drop tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time you were impressed, and the last
Yeah.
time we were all together, that day was the last. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Charles August Buchanan. America against Fortunato from. I want to tell you why the United States government has finally brought these.
He's not here yet. He's still stuck in traffic, but we're eating before he gets here. We are having 3 rice cakes, 20 grams of jam, 15 grams of peanut butter. He said we might be having a little treat when he gets here. So let's put it together and eat. I am actually so hungry, but I think it's because I'm so thirsty. Obviously I haven't had water in 3 hours now. Your girl's thirsty and hungry. To you, this may be just sad, but I'm not complaining one bit. Snap your rice cakes in half. Instead of 3, get 6. That's how my brain works right now. The boss made it!
Hello.
There's also a rash, and her heart. They're not sure if any of it's connected.
I'll tell you what, you have to deal with this, and we can just play tomorrow by ear.
Yeah, and just so you know, they're really making it seem like it's going to be at least a 2-day thing.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I can pop by with a casserole or...
Thanks, and sorry again.
Don't even mention it. And get back to me about the casserole.
I will.
Let's have more food before bed. Let's go a little bit mad.
Music to me.
Let's go a little bit mad tonight because we have plenty of fucking time tomorrow.
Nuggies?
Not nuggies, unfortunately. Dominoes.
So as you would have seen, Mike has arrived. We did a check-in and we got another meal in. I know I didn't show you, but it was literally the exact same as the last one, which is rice cakes, jam and peanut butter. And it is currently 11 p.m. and we are off to bed because it is an early 5 a.m. start tomorrow to do my hair and then makeup, and then tan is at 10. But obviously all of that will be in tomorrow's vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the one day out vlog yet again for the last time this season. And I shall see you in the show day vlog. Ciao!